Grant,
Yes.
you, I think, without a doubt, are the number one 49er content creator.
Thank you.
What is, I mean, you have the most following. How many current followers do you have on, or how many current subscribers do you have to your YouTube channel?
58,000, almost 59,000.
59,000. What is the best part about being Grant Cohn?
What's the best part about being?
What's the best part? What do you enjoy the most from your YouTube, success, and you create the most content probably of anybody. Heck, it was the Christmas holiday. I said, you know what, I'm going to take 2-3 days and hang with the family and not do too much. I look up, you got videos coming out left and right. You're just a force of nature. What's the best part about being Grant Cohn?
It doesn't feel like what I do is work, and I feel like I found my calling. I feel like I found what I'm good at. So it's really fun to wake up and feel like you're going to spend another day doing what you not only want to do, but were born to do. I don't know if anyone feels that way about anything in life, and it's a nice feeling if you ever feel that way, and that's how I felt the last few years. So I got to say I have no complaints.
By the way, this one caught my attention. Social Blade predicts that the Krug Show will have 440 subs by 2028.
I believe it. I believe it.
440,000 subs. Grant, will I be making great money in 2028?
Hell yeah, you'll be making great money. Absolutely, man. You're going to have an empire, a media empire.
All right, another super chat from Ray from Fresno, $5. Grant is the Vince McMahon of the Niner YouTube universe. What is now we got to come back the other way. What's the worst part about being Grant Cohn? What's the worst part? Is there any part of being the number one content creator on YouTube for the Niners that's burdensome in any way? Do you get stank eye from a player or two? Are there people that used to like you that don't like you? Is there any downside?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Does the meter maid see where you're parking and target you and give you tickets because she's anti your cynicism on the Niners? I mean, give me something that's bad about being Grant
Sometimes
Cohn.
I feel a little bit disconnected from the other writers. Not everyone, but sometimes I feel like people who know me that I've always been polite to and nice to look at me and they're like, you know what? The Niners don't all like you, so I'm going to distance myself from you because I don't want to be associated from – and that's kind of too bad. Sometimes I feel like an outsider in media circles when all I do is kick people's ass. I mean, we're competing, right? Like, why are you so mad at me? I mean, we're all trying to get views, but at the same time, I feel like – you know what I'm saying, Larry? Like, when I'm down there, I talk to you. I talk to Josh Dubow. I talk to some people, but other time I feel like most people don't want to talk to me. I'm like, well, I'm a nice person. I guess that's part of it. Sometimes I feel like a little bit of an outcast.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah.
You have featured Pops on the show. I've never seen you actually feature your wife. Have you ever put?
She doesn't want to be in.
Show?
She does not want to be content because
here's the thing. That's where I draw the line.
I think most people think the hardest part about being me is like all the nonstop criticism I get, like on Twitter and stuff. Like I don't care. I take that in stride. My wife couldn't. If she were on here, there'd be a bunch of people who were jerks that would say mean things just to be mean, and she'd read through everyone and it would ruin her day. Like I don't need her to go through that. I don't want to subject her to that. You know?
When you read people that rip you, does that make you smile? Does that make you laugh? Or does that actually bother you? I'll be honest. I've been doing this since the mid-90s.
Yeah.
And I've been not YouTube, but just being in the public eye, being a media person, even though radio is not really public eye, but you know what I'm saying. I've been doing the media game since the mid-90s. The negative stuff, I was told, hey, you know what? After a while, it'll be par for the course and you'll just roll with it. I'm not there yet. I never can roll with it. I want to fight everybody who rips me. I mean, literally, I want to step out of my house and say, meet me.
You don't know me. Yeah, absolutely. The way I look at it is like
bothers me. The criticism has always bothered me. The criticism bothers me more. You ever see players say, "Hey, man, the losses bother me more than the wins make me happy."
Right.
The criticism bothers me more than the pats on the back make me happy. What does that
I
tell?
guess
What does that say
you have
about
to
me?
be discerning. If it's ad hominem criticism, don't take it seriously. If it's actually constructive criticism, listen to it and
Right.
be grateful that someone cared enough about your show to give you some pointers. There's a difference. But the way I look at the ad hominem stuff, people that say they hate me and stuff, and I'm, whatever, I should have my credential revoked. Like, first of all, this is just free publicity for me on Twitter. Thanks for talking about me, because 80% of the people that talk to me or meet me in person or come on my show are like, man, I hated you at first, but then I watched you a little bit and I decided to like you. So it seems like that's how I get a lot of new subscribers, is people are like, who the hell is this guy that everyone hates? Oh, I don't hate him. Actually, I want to watch him every day. That's how so it's like, hey, you want to talk about me on Twitter? Thank you. Do it, please. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Give me your one regret. Do you have a regret, or do you keep those to yourself and you don't share them? What's a regret that you have about just any aspect of your career? I mean, I have more than one. I've got many regrets. I could do a whole fucking show on regrets.
The obvious one is Kinlaw, but I'm actually proud of how me and him sat down the next day privately, talked to each other and shook hands and walked out. I'm really proud of that. So I guess there's things like that. You could say I wish I had figured out this lane earlier, but at the same time, I think it takes 10 years of learning who you are and what the world is like before you really figure out your niche in it. Maybe I'm too young to have a major regret. I don't know if I have a major. I'm 34 years old, and I don't know if I've done it yet, but it's coming. I'm sure it's coming. The fact that I can't think of it right up, I don't know. Do you have one that you could think of? For me?
I mean, I for you or for me?
Well, we don't need to go into you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I regret the whole Felipe encounter. I mean, I regret many things. I would, for you, I don't know. I mean, I personally, I mean, you are a polarizing figure at times, but I think you have it in perspective. So I don't know. I mean, I don't really see you as having real problems. I mean, the Kinlaw thing was half him, half you.
And there were things I regretted about the Kinlaw thing, but again, it's
he had things I'm sure he regretted about that too.
Yeah, and it's not a current regret of mine because we talked it out. Yeah. I listened to him.
Just the way to do it.
He spoke. So regret would be something that I never had a resolution to, and my big mistakes in my career with Anthony Davis, we talked it out. We had so if I did have a major regret, I think I would want to make it right. I don't know. That's how I would feel. And I'm sure you've made your regrets right to the best of your ability as well.
And you're always trying to be better. I mean, that's the thing.
Yes.
I mean, every day I'm trying to be better. And the only thing I'll tell you, the one comment that absolutely gets me just riled though, Krug, you're better than that. Oh, stop with that. I hate that. I hate when people tell me I'm better than that. You don't know. I could be significantly worse than that.